Hey guys, Kyosuke here, and with me today we do not have Day the Bay, Manny, British Senpai, and Akira. So we have Alex though,
Heyo.
and since Alex just beat Pokemon Sun recently, and I beat it in 22 hours, we're gonna be talking about that and well, Generations. Alex's boyfriend finally showed up in Generations.
Goals.
That's yeah. Though he got the shaft along with protagonist getting 2 seconds of screen time and the darkest silhouette I've ever seen in Pokemon Generations history. Um, Rip female protagonist, by the way. Rip her, because yeah.
I'm really surprised they didn't do Toko because she's the fan favorite. And they didn't even do Black 2 protagonist. They did Black 1 protagonist.
Who would be 15 at the time?
Yeah.
If anyone who doesn't know, oops, sorry, blowing my nose. All the protagonists are like 10, 11, except for X and Y and Black 1 and Black 2. And then, yeah. So in Black 1, they're like 13-ish, roughly. Putting like X and Y, who are like massive giants compared to all the other protagonists, at like 14, 15.
Hmm.
And then Black 2, I want to say, is like 12, 13, roughly.
Something like that.
We have British. Oh, look, it's British Senpai. British Senpai is a former member of Anichat. Okay, so if anyone doesn't know, I updated the YouTube page to include our sub members. The core group is me, Alex, and Kira. The sub members are Day the Bay, British Senpai, and Manny. I've been trying to contact my friend Sam because she has her own YouTube channel now, and it'd be nice to have another YouTuber on this channel besides Kira, because Kira is like one of the few people who is an actual YouTuber. So yeah, guys, soon this may be an estrogen-dominated call. So like, yeah, that might be a thing. Just forewarning anyone. So anyways, back to Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Protagonist, which is it's interesting that they went back to the 11-year-old protagonists after. Oh dear lord, British Senpai, you okay?
Yeah, I have phlegm stuck in my throat.
Oh,
Everybody's down with the sickness.
I feel like we could get copyrighted for us just making the down with the sickness joke now, considering those stupid like YouTube claim crap. Like, I don't mark our videos for copyrighted content, even though it totally is. Like, our profile pictures are copyrighted content, actually. So, there's that.
Hmm.
I don't think mine is. Maybe it is. I don't know. Well,
Is it from, like, DeviantArt or something?
I don't think so. I got it off of Google Images.
There's a poor artist out there who no one knows the artist of British Empire's, profile picture. Probably crying as
Yeah.
they eat 50 cents instant ramen in their one-bedroom apartment, barely paying off the bills, and complaining on their Tumblr page. So,
Laugh, laugh, laugh.
anyways, back to Sun.
Wait. Can I apologize?
For
Not being here for like the past
6 weeks?
It was 6 weeks?
Yeah, you haven't been here in like 6 weeks.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Well,
Thought it was like 2 weeks.
No. You haven't been here for like the past 6 episodes.
Wow.
It's why you got demoted to sub-member.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah,
boy.
I'm very sorry. Like, my Fridays got, like, other people wanted to call me and stuff, so I didn't join any chat. I was like, dang it, I'm gonna get in trouble.
It's okay. You know, even when I'm sick, I still show up. It's not like I have a commitment or anything. Anyways, we forgive you. I don't know about Anichat, but we forgive you.
Aren't you Anichat?
Shh. I'm only a body host, so you know.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, we have a viewer, so British Senpai, I'm going to have to ask you to cough quieter or cough away from the microphone.
I am coughing away from the microphone.
All right, so back to Sun and Moon. This generation was so filled with so many sexual innuendos, I almost died. Like, this has to be the most sexual innuendo-heavy Pokemon generation.
It's definitely up there. I'll give it that.
Would you name any other contenders?
The only thing that really comes to mind is Cynthia's lesbian beach house.
Well, in Kalos, if you go into the main big town, there's lots of people flirting there, and that's as far as I can think of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Sun is definitely high up there with the sexual innuendos. Like, holy Jesus.
Press A to pound.
Yeah. Grind, smash, and then for the final one, press like A to finish, and like the stuff is getting everywhere.
Oh dear.
Like I literally stopped because I'm like, was it necessary for me to just like stare at her crotch in game camera for this? Like, was it? The answer is no. But so if you lay on people's beds, you get like weird like ending comments. You know the fire guy who's like really dark skinned?
Yeah.
Okay, if you lay on his bed, you sniff his bed, and it's like, oh man, it feels warm, and smells faintly of sweat? Question mark, dot, dot, dot. Oh, did you do his side quest yet?
Which ones?
The dark-skinned fire guy when he gets fired.
No, I've only done the Illinois side quest.
Okay, so he gets fired by like the mega shop owner, and I'm like, you fired a guy who can like spin fire and burn down your building at like any time, and he's like one of the chief authorities of the island. What are you doing? And the guy's just like, I'm sorry, I just gotta let you go. And I'm like, you literally made one of the worst enemies. But dark-skinned guy took it like a man. Kiwi is, I think, his name? And, yeah, he walks away, he battles you, and he leaves. And, like, his Pokemon are level 35, meaning after you fight him, you're supposed to go talk to him. And I'm just like, I didn't have time to do this. I was trying to blitz rush this.
Yeah.
Like, they put weird side quests and things that they don't explain to you. And you come back and you do them, and you're like, well, this would have been useful to know like 20 hours ago.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
Some sort of prompt,
Mm-hmm. Like Rotom saying, you should go talk to, rather than, silence and just leaving off to go do the next thing.
Yeah.
We're talking about Pokemon, British Senpai.
No, I was talking about my brother and sister, sorry.
I'm
thinking out loud.
Okay. Alright, so, yeah, that was one of the side missions. I think there's more. I think there might be one for every gym leader. Ooh, I'm still, yeah. Because they got, like, what's his face? They got Cross-Dresser Boy as the first gym leader.
Yes.
And, like, it's funny, because he could pull the outfit off if his hair wasn't pink.
Yes.
Are you hating on pink hair?
No, I'm hating on his pink hair in particular. Like, his outfit would be fine. Like, right? Like, it'd be totally fine if his hair wasn't just clashing with his everything.
Yes.
Like, that, like, when I saw his character, I'm like, something's not right. It's not the cross-dressing, it's something else. And, I looked at his character design, and I'm like, it's the hair.
Are you okay there?
Yeah, that was a cough. Like a slight cough.
No,
My,
that sounded like someone just choked.
oh, sorry. My lung capacity is decreased.
What?
Anyways, that means I can't breathe as deeply.
Oh.
Yeah. So, back to Sun and Moon for the ninth time. Yeah. But the rest of the designs are pretty on point. Um, I like how lots of people have a thing for the grass chick.
Yeah,
She's okay. I mean, like, she's attractive, but she's not Lily, so there's that.
I feel you. The most attractive grill in Solar Moon is totally Olivia.
I actually have a thing for the big hair, so I'm like Lucamine all the way. Like it
Oh,
is
okay.
my thing for the big hair though. Like that is my one of my go-tos.
I feel you.
Oh man,
So
my charger.
people like Wick a lot. Like
Um,
they like the Velma from Scooby Doo MILF thing that she's got going on.
Oh.
uh, she doesn't do enough. She's just kind of there.
She's that nice mom character that doesn't actually do anything though.
Yeah,
um.
like I
So
mean, I think she healed your team like once. That's it.
yes. Well, she's like the maid. Like high key, she's like a respected like officer and everything in the Aether Foundation, but she's a maid. Like the way that when she's like, "Oh, Lily and Gladion. Oh, I remember when I used to take care of you as children."
Hmm.
And then they're all like, "Yeah, yeah, I know. You were super nice and not our mother."
Yep.
So that's a plus. So spoiler alert. Anyone for the next like 3 minutes, or actually, yeah, for the next like 3 minutes. I'll try to keep it under 3 minutes. You can skip ahead and ignore this when this video is finished. I'm going to discuss Lucamine's psycho problem. So, I like how Lily's just like, oh yeah, so our dad died, and then
Yep.
Lucamine went crazy.
Rip.
And I'm just like, so she turned into like a psycho murderer because her boyfriend died?
Rip.
Okay. And I'm just wondering, like, so this didn't make the news that a famed scientist just, went missing
Mm.
in a massive, like, Aether Paradise explosion?
Mm.
Like, you'd think people would know. Nope. Alright, so, alright, so we got 2 minutes to continue talking about spoilers before we have to let people, off the spoilers.
All right.
Um,
Shout
Yeah.
out to how hype the assault on Aether Paradise part of the game was.
Oh, and you mean they're actually competent grunts?
Yeah,
I like how they're like Pokeballs are restricted here.
so hype. Like,
Mhm.
you go to the town that Team Skull takes over, right? You hang out over there for a while. Then you come back, and Gladion's just like, don't cut yourself on that edge, but we gotta go to Aether Paradise.
Actually, it was more like, did you just lose my lolly sister? And everyone was like, yep, we did lose your lolly sister. And Gladion's like, I'm going to kill all of you, but we have to go to Aether Paradise first. Like, I like how when you first meet Gladion, he's like, Lily? She's my ... Never mind, I'm going to kill you now.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah. You're both blonde, you're both white. This is like Hawaii, that can't be possible. Gotta be related somehow.
Same.
So, like, yeah, that was... Yeah, so shout out to Gladion and Lily. Lily is better Bianca. And, actually, she's more than a better Bianca. But let's just use that for simplicity's sake. And Gladion, like,
Go on.
and Gladion is just edgier silver. Like,
Kind of. Yeah, I guess.
I'm using simplicity. Like I said,
Yeah.
they're both more than what the other two were.
Hmm.
But for simplicity's sake, that's what you got to compare it to. And our 3 minutes are up, so we have to back off the psycho mother thing. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, back to Gladion and Lily. And we can't mention any relationships between characters either, so we have to talk about them individually. What do you think
Hmm.
of Hal? Or how you pronounce his name?
Um, I think that Hao is probably the least intimidating of your rivals, like in any game.
That's probably because Hal chooses the Pokemon that's weak to yours. Hal
Well,
only cares about Malasadas. And, like, he's smiling like an idiot every 5 seconds to the point where Gladion's like, your smiling is depressing me. Like,
um,
yeah.
also, like, he full-on asks you if you want to battle him,
hmm
and, like, doesn't ambush you at irritating points in the game like other rivals tend to do.
Even your rival in X and Y will do that to you on Victory Road. She'll wait till you just get through all these trainers, right? And you're in the home stretch, right? And you're like at a cutoff point, and she blitzes you and is like, let's fight. That was the only time in X and Y where I almost lost. I was just like, my
I
body
feel
wasn't
ya.
ready.
Okay, so low-key, the champion fight in this game is
Is Alex speaking? I
yeah.
can't hear him. Okay. No, you cut out like all of that.
Yeah, I heard it till you cut out.
because the computer knows Alex is just salty. That's what it is.
So the champion fight is low-key, at least in my opinion,
He cut out again because the computer
Oh
knows
my
it's bullcrap.
gosh.
Oh my god. Alex,
Oh
you cut out. Every time you're about to start whining about the champion, the computer cuts out with your sound.
That's
This is a
hilarious.
sign. This is a sign. If you're speaking, we can't hear you, Alex. Oh my god, this is fantastic. That's like so perfect. It happened
I
twice
know,
now.
right? That is
okay,
hilarious.
so, like, is my mic picking up fine?
Now it is,
Yeah.
but like when the moment you say the champion, in my opinion, it cuts out.
It cut out again, I think. Wait,
Okay,
who was talking?
Yeah.
that's me.
Okay, Alex got cut out again.
Like, you can't hear me right now?
Oh, we can hear you now, but every time you try to finish a sentence, it cuts off before you finish.
Oh gosh.
That's fantastic. So
Top
Alex has
quality.
to fix his mic before he starts his rant. Whew. Oh my god. Alright, he'll be back shortly, folks. That was probably the most fantastic cutoff I've ever heard in Anichat history.
I
Gosh,
agree.
whew. Whew. Alright, so I don't know where Kira or Day or Manny are. They haven't messaged me back. I messaged them hours ago. Yeah.
They're probably busy or asleep.
Nah, Kira just naps. Day's always busy. And Manny goes to his grandma's on the weekend.
Uh,
So it's not like I know what they do. Because Kira will be like, I'm gonna wake up at 8, and then she sleeps until 11 o'clock.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's probably sleeping then.
Let's see.
Go to bed. What? Okay, go to bed then. Don't wake her up.
Welcome
So-
back, Alex.
Welcome back.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay, excellent.
Do you think you should get some water for that cough?
I have water right here.
You should probably drink some, man. That sounds pretty bad.
So, anyways,
Oh.
speaking of Pokemon, anyone doesn't know, I am an avid Yu-Gi-Oh player, and Pokemon cards were given to me by my stepmother, and I haven't played Pokemon cards since I was in 5th grade. So when I got them, I was like, I haven't played with Pokemon in a really long time.
Mm.
And I was trying to tell them that. I was like, next time, if you want to give me something, just ask first, because I don't want you wasting your money. And it made, and my dad is like, me and your stepmom bought this for you. You know, say thank you. Just say thank you." And I'm like, "I did, but like, I hate when you guys waste money. Not because I'm ungrateful, but because I think you could be doing better things with your money."
Hmm.
So yeah, I just have Pokemon cards. Like, ironically, the first 3 cards I got were Gardevoir, Corellia, and Ralts,
Hmm.
and Nogale because the card game hates me too.
Poor
Okay.
you.
Let's see. I don't even remember looking through all the cards. Yeah. Okay. So what were we talking about before? Oh yes, Alex was salt cannoning. He was like loading up the salt cannon, pulling the trigger, and then like it short circuited.
Okay. So, low-key, the champion is super hard.
If you're Alex, apparently, because
Um,
I breezed that.
well, for some reason, your entire team was like 6 levels higher than mine.
That's because 2 of my Pokemon were traded, and I had Lucky Egg.
You had a lucky egg? Where'd you
Yep.
find that?
I found it. I want to say on the 3rd island. Yeah. I
That
went.
would have helped a lot, like low-key.
Um, it's on my Raiju, which is why he's almost like 70 now.
Hmm.
Because I have like level 80s and 70s,
Okay.
Ow.
and that's mainly the reason I'm like out leveling you really hardcore.
Hmm. I mean, like,
Um,
my team's sitting around 60, and the champion, just. I had really bad typing against the champion, and they increased the amount of full restores that,
basically,
I
Alex didn't buff himself and nuke like he's supposed to.
well, here's basically what my strat was. I had my Baroness, double Swords Dance, and then just.
Alex, they don't know what that is.
Okay. I had my Absol, double Swords Dance, and then basically just a crit one-shot everything on his team. However, he's got. First off, the first Pokemon he sends out runs a Stealth Rock strategy, which is really annoying because he's got Whirlwind, a really diverse team. Like
He has Whirlwind? I
yes,
never had that move used on me ever. I killed him almost immediately after the rocks. Wait, is this first one Magnezone? Or is it...
no, he sends out the evolved form of Rockruff.
Oh! I one-shot that thing before it did anything. I didn't even
Okay.
know...
It's really fast. That thing outspeeds everything on my team.
Oh, my Serena was like 10 levels higher than it, and I have high jump kick and Trop Kick. And Trop Kick is a grass type move that lowers attack when it hits. So either way, that thing was going down. Okay, yeah, I one-shot that, and I one-shot Primarina because that's also a water type. Here's a Magnezone. I'm pretty sure I sent out my Incineroar, used Flame Charge on it to get it down to half, and then Incineroar became faster than it, and then Flame Charged again, and then it died. And that was like half his team.
Well,
Like, if you're not going to one-shot, get them down to half, and then slam them with the heavy one.
yeah. The problem is for example, his Incineroar was had type advantage over Pokemon on my team,
Mm-hmm.
which was hell. He ran Stealth Rock, right, and a Whirlwind strat. So like he switches you out so that you can't do anything and you take damage. And then of course you're like, okay, well you didn't switch out to my Magnezone, so I can't one-shot your Braviary. So you switch out to, your Magnezone, and his Braviary does something, and then you one-shot that.
I'm pretty sure I killed his Braviary with my Alolan Ninetales.
I'm not surprised. The big thing is like he's running strats you normally don't see until you get to like the battle tower,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in the middle of the game. And for some reason, I was underleveled, and he spams 4 restores a lot more than normal, and he also switches out on you on occasion.
That's also because Alex didn't link trade and actually use the link trade Pokemon.
Yes, I just grabbed my
Your mic is cracking up.
Pony Wild.
The entire sentence was gone.
Okay. So I didn't find the Pony Wild beat the Elite Four, so I had a Mischievous instead of a Mismagius on my team.
I didn't use like a whole 2 of my Pokemon. No, I take that back. I didn't use 1 of my Pokemon. I didn't use my pseudo legendary. He was low level because I just got him. Like I literally went back and didn't do the Elite Four till I caught him because I wanted to replace my Umbreon. Because at that point in time I had Greninja and Incineroar, and having 3 of the same type is awful.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back and got that one, and he just so happened that he had max IVs and freaking attack and defense. I showed Alex, and Alex is just like, "What the heck is with your IV game?" And I'm just like, I don't know. Okay. So to stay on topic, my team was Ash, Greninja, Serena, which were both like level 65, meaning they were like around the same level as everyone else in there. So I had like on equal footing. And when Ash Greninja gets ahead with Battle Bond, he stomps. Because his water shuriken are like doubled. And if they hit 4 times, that thing's dead. Right? What I did with Ash Greninja was my strategy was I sent him out, I gave him a Z move. I had the Z move nuke whatever first came out, right? Or I did it with Serena. But either way, it was either Serena or Ash Greninja that I would send out first to nuke whatever came out. Get ahead, right? And then start switching out my Pokemon to like keep the advantage. And after Ash Greninja like snowballs with Battle Bond, unless you get hit with like a super effective fairy move, he doesn't go down. My Ash Greninja went down the champion fight because I didn't kill the Primarina first turn because I was using Ash Greninja. Right? And then I sent out a Serena again. The Serena you get in like the first town from a link trade. What do you have to give them? God, was it a Rockruff or Pidgey? Something common, and you get her. So basically, my strategy was hit him hard, hit him fast. Alex knows since he's fought me before, and I've done that to him. I don't let him set up anything. And Alex, are you talking? Because if you are, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Okay, there you go. Oh, you cut out again.
Hello.
You're cutting out in the middle of your hellos. Are you using your tablet or your computer? Why would I ask a question that I know he's going to cut out for? Okay, Alex, it's gotten really bad again. Wow, technical difficulties are strong this call. Albert Sue, if you are using your computer, I'd suggest maybe switching to your tablet. And if you are using your tablet, maybe switch to your computer. Either that or something might be taking up too much bandwidth and causing call problems on your end.
That could maybe be it.
You heard that sentence, so that's good. If you are speaking, no one hears. Okay, you left call. All right. Yeah, sorry guys for the technical difficulties. I know usually Anichat. Actually, I take that back. The last couple weeks, Anichat's been rough because I've been busy, which is really weird since when we started this stuff, it was like at 8 o'clock into 9. And then, we moved it back to 9 because everyone was so busy, and we're still busy.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. Say a full sentence.
and the bone of my secondly.
Oh dear lord, it's even worse. Yeah, it's got to be a bandwidth problem then. Oh my. It was like I'm the bone of my... That's what happened. So I don't think you're the bone of your... But, yeah. Oof. And he muted himself. He's probably fiddling with mic settings. Burst Senpai, you still awake? God dang it. Oh, he unmuted himself for a second. Hype is real.
So
Oh my god. This is like better than any of the jokes I've told in the podcast tonight. Whew. Whew. That's fantastic. Ooh, my, oh my. British Senpai, if you're alive, respond. Oh dear, that didn't sound too healthy. Well, I guess, since I have time to talk, I should be talking about my strats. So, there was I slam people really hard and fast in Pokemon. Usually I try to set up a quite powerful Pokemon at the front of my team, and then, use that to, like, blitz a couple people and catch them off guard before they can set up their stupid spike strategy, which is probably one of the most irritating strategies in the game, I'd argue. What they'll do is they'll set up, like, spikes twice, rocks twice, and then toxic you. So you have to switch out eventually. And, you switch out, and then half your HP is gone. And their Pokemon are faster than you anyway, or they're ungodly tanks. You can't one-shot them. I hate that crap. That's roundabout. I ain't about roundabout crap. I'm about being direct with people. So you only see me use Toxic or Will-o'-the-Wisp occasionally. Or I'll do a strategy like stall, 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 speed boost, and then, attack. And then I can't tell if Alex is muted or not. No, that's not me playing the trumpet. That's just me blowing my nose.
I can't tell if anything that I say is going to go through.
Oh, that was smooth AF.
It's totally my bandwidth.
Okay.
So, yeah, I switched back to my computer.
Okay. So, you were about to comment on how in both of the fights we've done, I've just been faster than you and just critical a lot.
Yeah.
My strategy is very straightforward. I don't like the whole spikes thing. Spikes has to be the thing that I hate the most. Because when I was like 12, I participated in tournaments, and spikes give me PTSD. Like, people were running, like, back up, anyone doesn't know, in 2012, it was like a Black 2, so Black 2 tournaments going on, so, like, Landorus, Thundurus, and all them, right? Those were allowed. Now, I personally believe those things shouldn't be allowed, along with, like, Garchomp and, like, some of the pseudo-legendaries, mainly because of how unholy those things are back then. Like, the trios and Garchomp could tank whatever you threw at them, and don't even get me started if Dragonite had multi-scale. The thing had multi-scale, or whatever, it's like the scale ability, where at full health it takes like half damage. You hit it with an ice-type move and it takes like a third of its health, and then it whacks you in the face the next turn because you use Dragon Dance the first turn, right?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, seeing those legendaries on people's teams and, using spikes and just out-tanking everything, and it was horrific, I just thought, like, and this is fair because, like, normal Pokemon don't have nearly as good stat distributions. Not just because they don't have a high stat total, but even though Garchomp has, like, a higher stat total than, like, for example, Entei. Entei has a better stat distribution because it knows what it wants to do, and it's more, you know, well, what's the word, spread out. So it can really do anything. More specifically, out of that trio, no one uses Raikou or Entei. They use Suicune. Because Suicune can solo your team. No one uses Zapdos, Moltres. None of them. No one uses those. They use Suicune. They'll use, like, the Sky Trio from, like, Black and White. They'll use Jirachi. They love Jirachi a lot, actually. Because thing's a monster. It's like Metagross, but smaller and more irritating. What's another legendary that people like to use? Oh, if they're playing free-for-all, then they're probably using Mega Rayquaza. So that when you fight against them, you get nightmares for the next 6 years of your life.
Cry.
Because that thing not only destroys your team, it destroys your confidence in real life.
Yes.
The thing has a higher stat total than Arceus.
Yes.
That's not okay. When you have a higher stat total than the creator of all things, it's just not okay. Like, also, to be straight with you, Rayquaza already soloed most Pokemon when it wasn't Mega.
Particularly back in Gen 5, because it shuts down the entire weather meta, which was Gen 5. So, RIP.
Yes. Me and my friend don't like weather meta, but back when Gen 5 was still a thing, he used it on me, and he beat me, and that was his first time beating me in a while. If you don't know, this friend is Manny, because, yeah. And then, like, I came back, and I was like, okay, he's going to try to stall me. So I just buffed myself while he tried to stall and then one-shot him.
Yeah.
The weather meta was very horrific because they'd have, like, especially in double battles, or triple battles, rather. Triple battles was particularly brutal because people would use Blizzard when it was hailing.
Yeah.
And
everything.
Yes, and anyone says no, Blizzard when there's hail is a death sentence. Like, that thing, since there's not many resistances to ice, unless you're, like, running a steel team, that thing will destroy you.
Yeah. Technically, Rain was the master of the weather meta.
Yes, because of Thunder and Water-type moves.
Well, Thunder, Hurricane, boosts Water-type moves, reduces the power of Fire-type moves. Like, it's dank.
No one cares about weather anymore, though.
It's because they nerfed the ground circa Gen 6, because it was the meta in Gen 5.
They even had that one Pokemon that could change its form to the weather.
Cast form?
Yeah. Oh, crap. I have one. I have one, singular. I don't even know if he made it into X and Y. I think he might have gotten shafted. I have to go check my files right now. I was going to start using Cast Form because I wanted to go along with the meta, but I'm a rebellious teenager, so after police, I didn't end up doing it. But the team I was running at Gen 5 competitively prior to me raising a Gallade up was all EVs. It was Leafeon, Glaceon, Umbreon, Espeon, Jolteon. And then who else was the last one? I hope it wasn't Flareon, because if it was Flareon, I was a scrub. But I think it was. Flareon is awful, if anyone doesn't know. No, it was Vaporeon. I didn't use Flareon. Flareon is terrible.
Well, like, let's go through the evolutions, you know, what they do and what they're good at, right? Sylveon is stupid godly because fairies are broken as shit.
It's the next Umbreon. It's Umbreon and Espeon fused, essentially.
Yeah, it's stupid broken. Umbreon, it's just a hardcore tank. You know, you teach it Foul Play, Moonlight, it just tanks everything and shuts people down.
People also teach it Curse and Toxic.
Oh yeah, you can do that too. Like, it's great. It's dank. Espeon. Espeon's just all around powerful, high speed psychic attacker.
Yeah, it's essentially like a. I want to compare it to Alakazam in a way.
Yeah,
Um,
it's not as good as Alakazam because it doesn't have the Mega and its stats aren't as high, but
mhm.
it's effective. Um,
It's a good. It's a good alternative. Essentially, if you want to go for like something that's not in the overused tier.
yeah. Um, Leafeon. Leafeon's really dank. Really high attack.
High
You can
defense.
leaf blade people.
It's got
Huh?
high defense, high
Yeah,
attack.
yeah. You can also run like synthesis.
Mhm.
Like it's good. Let's see. Glaceon. Glaceon, I guess, is subpar, but it's an ice type, and ice is a pretty powerful offensive
Well,
type.
Glaceon was like they really didn't know what they wanted to do. I feel like they wanted to make it like tanky, but at the same time they wanted to make it nuky. And I
Yeah,
just left it in like this weird place because it's slow with low attack,
yeah,
okay special attack, and
yeah.
okay
Kind of in
defenses.
limbo.
Yeah,
Obviously, we're going through the high tier evolutions first. Um,
Jolteon though is pretty good still, like
that's
regardless.
super fast.
Yeah, also you can teach it like a Thunder Wave, and then
Oh,
that Jolteon became the bane of your existence.
yeah,
Because the Jolteon's like super fast, super nuky. No one cares that it has like no defense because you're running Thunder Wave like what's the other one, Volt Switch, so it doesn't matter anyways.
yeah.
Um,
Um,
Flareon
then
I think is at the bottom.
yeah, Flareon is actually the worst evolution. Vaporeon is fine. It's just not interesting, and a lot of things do what it does better. It's just kind of a bulky water type. You could run like Aqua Ring. Um, you know, if you
Well,
want, I think you can run like a water absorb strat on it.
mhm.
Like it's okay, but it's not as good as the other evolutions.
What I'd say Vaporeon's purpose was, since it's a Gen 1 Pokemon, is if you didn't choose Blastoise and you wanted Blastoise, you got Vaporeon.
Yeah,
Because it's essentially the same thing, really, to be honest. Like, the only difference is Vaporeon's not as, well, tanky. Because Blastoise Gen 1 is kind of monstrous. Thing's fat, kills Charizard, can take a grass hit, knows Ice Beam, knows Hydro Pump.
hmm
I just really wish the abilities of starters weren't their Blaze Torrent and I'm like, what's the other one? Overgrow?
Well, they're like not good abilities.
Yes, they're terrible. Like, oh god. They're okay, so essentially when I first started playing Pokemon, I never understood the point of those abilities. I was just like, I'm usually dead if I'm in the red next turn.
Yeah,
And then like their hidden abilities tended to be so godly. But anything, and take that back. Anything's really godly compared to the abilities that they have. Shout out to bug types having a similar ability called Swarm, which is also completely garbage. Like those abilities are just so circumstantial. And if you're using a starter, usually starters have really good stats. They're like mini legendaries essentially because they have like stats put into everything except maybe speed. Usually it's like speed they don't have a stat put into if they're tanky or whatever, right?
yeah.
That's their like go-to ditch stat. But yeah, they're like you can just essentially they want you to do anything with you can with them, right? So, but these abilities don't let you do what you want with your starters, though. You can't just you use your starter because it's your highest thing at the beginning of the game, and you're probably keeping it because it's a good type, right? But these abilities are just like you get like disguise from mimic you, and it's a terrible Pokemon, but that passive is really good. You know, what you can do is like you can pull back a Pokemon, throw that thing out, and make it tank a Z move you know the enemy is going to use.
Yeah,
Also, it's immune to Dragon type attacks because it's Ghost Fairy.
yeah.
Honestly, I am extremely surprised they didn't just turn Pikachu into a fairy. Like
I feel you.
uber surprised because like they made his clone of that gen like fairy.
Yeah. Also, surfing Raichu is the best thing.
Oh, I have one. I showed Alex. He's a max IV in special defense. Yeah, I've been busy with IVs.
That's pretty worth.
So he is okay. So I'm angry because his special attack is down and his special defense is up. But
Yeah.
since it's Raichu, he's both a physical and special attacker, anyways.
Yep.
So I can get away with like running Wild Charge on him.
Mhm.
So like I'm okay with that.
The one thing that's really funny about Alola is like you can run like a light ball or an Eviolite Pikachu with and it's effective.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they
PKEMZ and just have it nuke.
yes. That was I think the only non-evolving. That was the only Pokemon that evolved still that had a Z Crystal, and then Raichu got his own Z Crystal. Snorlax has his own Z Crystal for some god-forsaken reason, and yeah, like is this just Ash fan service? Actually, this is Ash fan service because Ash has a Munchlax that like soloed the league back in like the filler.
Okay.
Like he doesn't use the Munchlax because it was super lazy, but that's just Munchlax in general. But yeah, he used it I think in season 2 after he lost the first league. You know that league on the Orange Island?
Yeah.
I remember him using Munchlax then.
Okay.
That's when he had Lapras too. Oh, if anyone doesn't know, I have like a Lapras with like max IVs and special defense or something like that. Yeah, the IV game is too strong. I have a Vulpix with almost max IV and like 3 stats. I showed Alex,
Yes.
and I caught this thing in the wild. Like I was breeding Vulpix, and I was checking their potential, and it's like this Pokemon's outstanding, and its mate is relatively superior. And I just check, and half the Vulpix are relatively superior. And I'm like, I was chain breeding without even knowing. Which is why I was offering people relatively superior Vulpix to get them ahead. The problem with Vulpix is people use Steel now, and
Yeah.
times 4 weakness to Steel sucks.
Yes.
It really didn't need to be Fairy, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think Ice Psychic would have been solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, Pokemon did their thing. They touched Marowak and Sandslash, which is odd, since although they are cool, no one uses Marowak and Sandslash.
Yeah.
People use Raichu because Raichu is cute,
Mm-hmm.
so I understand them giving Raichu an Alolan form. But Executor, no one uses Executor. No one still uses Executor. They catch him for the meme, and the meme only. And they gave Grimer and Muck Alola. They gave Raticate, one of the most irritating Pokemon that catches all of Pokemon besides like Bidoof, Alola forms. Right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so the only Pokemon that irritate me when I run into them are Rattata and Bidoof because I hate them so much because they're so useless.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, Dark Rattata is worse than regular Rattata.
Well, yeah.
Freaking times 4 weakness to like fighting, and then it's like weak to Fairy now.
Yeah, but it's got that, sweet
Dank.
immunity, psychic, ghost.
It didn't need a Dark type to be immune to Ghost, though. Like, the disadvantages outweigh the benefits. Like, because Ghost and Normal have really weird interactions anyways.
Yeah.
Like, all it did was give it an advantage over Ghost
Yeah.
and Psychic. But then it got a disadvantage, like a times 4 disadvantage for fighting, and everyone has a fighting move except Alex and Fairy, and everyone's running Fairy now.
Yep. I actually, to beat the champion, I actually had to put Palladium Z on my breviary.
That was a snort, chuckle, laugh thing. For anyone's wondering, not a dying pig.
Like, that's how much. I was literally getting to the point where I was just doing minor item tweaks to boost my damage.
Oh,
Like,
Alex, let me put it like this. The only items I've used this entire game are Z crystals and the lucky egg.
I feel you.
They're really pushing Z crystals though.
Yeah.
Holy crap! So the new meta is going to be based on what people were talking about, sending out a tanky Pokemon with a Z move, and then having a Mega in your back line.
Yeah.
You send out the person with the Z move to take out the tanky one on the enemy team, probably with a Z move. Then you throw out your Mega to fight their Mega, which is turning into a savage beat 'em up fest for Pokemon.
Mm.
But from what I understand, this season they're going to be nerfing like tournaments and just putting so many Megas into the ban tier.
Well, it's because Megas is broken, except for like the underused ones.
Gallade is essentially like he got like 100 attack more and some speed, right? That's why no
Yeah.
one uses him. I rip my favorite Pokemon. No one uses Mawile or Absol because they just became normal Pokemon.
Yep.
Rip them. No one uses Mega Ampharos except for memes. I hope Mega Ampharos stays so he can, hang out with like freaking Garchomp. Because Mega Ampharos, I think stat total is like 615. That's like slightly above Garchomp, but it's like slow, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Mega Altaria, does anyone use that?
I would maybe use it. Like, I like Altaria.
No one used it in the first place because it wasn't Dragonite and had a times 4 weakness to ice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Salamence.
6 strats like Cotton Guard and crap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but people would rather just use Salamence or Dragonite.
Yeah, I feel you.
Actually, Salamence is a really savage pick. Because that Intimidate, oh god.
Yeah.
Thing's a monster. Actually, I take that back. The only pseudo-legendary that is a monster is like Gudra and Tyranitar. Like, you hit Tyranitar with like anything and it's like super effective and that thing dies.
Yeah.
And then Gudra doesn't hit hard, he's just tanky. Offensively, right now, I would say, due to the current meta with fairies being on top, Metagross is the current best pseudo-legendary with Garchomp second, Salamence third.
Okay. I can believe that.
Right after that would be Dragonite. Rip Hydreigon and the new pseudo-legendary, by the way. That times 4 weakness to fairy is atrocious.
Oh, yeah, I can believe it.
Cutie Fly can kill both of them. Cutie Fly should not be killing anything, first of all. God. So yeah, people still use Dragonite with that scale ability that it has and what takes reduced damage for full HP. That full HP thing is so broken.
Yes.
Like, okay, so what they do is they put leftovers, they teach Dragon Dance Outrage, right? So, Dragon Dance first turn, you have the leftovers, you've already won the match. Because now it's the fastest Pokemon on the battlefield, or the physically strongest Pokemon on the battlefield. It has leftovers, so it's going to get back to full HP soon. Right? Yep. And then it's outraging everything, and unless you have a fairy type, your Pokemon's dead.
Yeah.
So, I have a question. Does your affection levels affect tournaments?
I doubt it, because it's so broken.
My favorite thing was my pseudo-legendary dodged 3 moves in a row. And I was just like, that's hype.
Okay, so my Absol, it has max affection and super luck, and it uses high critical hit moves. It literally has 100% critical hit chance.
Mm-hmm.
So I just crit everything without fail.
Okay, so I have 3 Pokemon with max level affection. Alola Raichu, the pseudo-legendary, and my Serena.
Yep.
Um, oh man, when Serena crits on her grass type Z move, it is hilarious. Or when she crits on high jump kick.
Yeah.
But the best thing is, since Z moves scale with the move they're using, my pseudo legendary has outrage. So the scaling with the Z move is 190.
Yeah.
I use Dragon Dance, and I use the Z move, and it criticals.
Uh-huh.
The HP goes down faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
The pseudo legendary is really cool. Like, if this was Gen 5, he'd be super cool. But this isn't Gen 5, this is Gen 7, and everyone hates fairies. Do you see them adding a new type in the next 3 generations?
I don't think so.
Because they got a nice round number of 18.
Yeah.
Like, all I want is them to just make normal super effective against fairies, and then, like, the whole thing would be balanced instantaneously.
Yeah.
Like, it would make normals okay. It wouldn't make them bad. It would make them okay, right?
Yep.
And it would make fairies less irritating, because then you don't have to run like a flash cannon or a sludge bomb on your team just to like get one down to half health.
Yeah.
You could have like Urasing, the giant bear that no one uses because it's a normal type.
Yeah.
So it would be really good. Okay, so the strat I use with Urasing is I have it with Guts. I give it the Flame Orb, right?
Yep.
And since Guts negates it and just doubles your attack anyways, I have an Ninjask with Baton Pass.
Yep.
And Swords Dance.
Yep. Oh.
So, protect, Swords Dance, Baton Pass with Focus Slash, right?
Yep.
That Urasing becomes so unbelievably fast and powerful. It's terrifying.
Yeah, I can
Right?
imagine.
And then I have it with Facade.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap, the thing one-shots. Like,
Boy.
It's a strat that I came up with, and for the backup plan, I have Mega Alakazam.
Yeah. Well,
Like, that's the backup plan.
Jesus.
Like, it's super aggressive.
I mean, you've got that, you get off ×2 Swords Dance.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's sitting there at, holy crap, like ×3 attack base, then, the Guts multiplies that further. Then you've got the Facade, which does, like, I think 130 power with a stab bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Yes. That was my strategy for the Pokemon Simulator battle thing that we used.
Yeah.
That was the team I didn't use on you.
Okay.
Because that thing is a monster.
Uh-huh.
Like, I used it, and this one guy called me a furry, and then my bear killed him. Like, just soloed the entire team. And I was like, that's what you get, you jerkwad.
Oh, boy.
Like, so the battle was really nice and calm. I sent out a Lopunny.
Yep.
He called me a furry, and I'm like, no, I'm using normal types, you a-hole. Right? So, I also have my Lopunny with Agility and Baton Pass.
Yep.
So, just in case the things go south with, Ninjask, right?
Yep.
Like, he gets hurricaned or, like, roared away.
Yep.
I can send out Lopunny. Lopunny's really fast. So, Baton Pass, right? With the agility, you still have a monstrous freaking Ursing running
Yep.
around everywhere. Like, but the initial strategy with Greninja, not Greninja, whatever its name is, Shedinja, not Shedinja, Ninjask. That is such a god. So many ninjas.
Ninjask is just a god passer.
Yes. In the simulator, though, I was not allowed to run Swords Dance because you cannot run 2 status boosters. It's against the rules, and I'm just like, but you're allowed to in tournaments. And if this Urusing was in a tournament, I'd be like one-shotting Arceus.
Yeah.
Speaking of Arceus, shout out to Savali.
Yeah.
I hope he's not banned because he counts as a special Pokemon.
Mm.
And since you only get one of them, you can't breed him, he might be.
Okay.
I hope not. Because multi-attack is so good. Also, I think in certain tournaments, they changed multi-attack to one type and you can't change it. Like, I was reading a tournament and I think they were going to change multi-type to grass type for that tournament.
Okay.
Which really sucks if you think about it.
Yeah.
But multi-type is such a good attack. So solid.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do Mega Arceus?
Not this gen. Well, if they do 4th gen remakes, potentially.
That sounds horrifying.
Yeah. Or, doing 4th gen remakes, they might give Arceus a unique Z move for Judgment.
Or it just becomes an instant one-kill move. One hit, one kill. It's Arceus. He can control space, time, all of creation, Pokemon, the universe in general. Like, shout out to Gen 4 having like 8 billion legendaries.
Mm.
And then Victini wasn't fit in to the legendaries for Gen 4, so like, let's just make a Gen 5.
Yeah.
Shout out that to be the first Pokemon in Gen 5 Pokedex.
Yeah.
Whew, man, now I want to go get a Urusing, but I can't. Because my Urusing was in Heart Gold.
Yeah.
And I think I reset that. I cry. Either that or it's in my X and Y and I just have to search one of my 35 boxes that are all filled. Is it 35 or is it 33? Or 31? Something like that. Something atrocious of filled boxes. Because it's like 5 games worth of Pokemon in there.
Yeah.
And I'm a hardcore breeder, so...
Yeah. Mega Absol only has a total stat distribution of 565.
Yes, that's 15 short of, but even being considered the legendary.
Yeah. And it's a Mega. But I do have a shiny.
If anyone doesn't know, my 2 shinies are freaking Garchomp and Gyarados, and those are story obtained, so they don't count.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. Absol and Mawile really got the shaft.
Yes.
Mawile is really cool, but shaft. No, Bayonet's cool, but got the shaft. Because I think it's stat code like 565? Let me check.
It's probably 65.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, we're just like beating off stat totals to people listening to Pokemon. Let's see. What was your opinion of Mawile? Because I heard you were going to say something.
Well, Mawile and Absol, they were kind of put out as counterparts for the Megas.
Yeah, it's 555. Oh god, Bulbapedia, why are you so slow?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was another Mega they shafted hard? Like, because you can't just give a Pokemon a Mega Evolution and be like, here, be happy with this Pokemon that's subpar.
Yeah.
have you ever watched like some of the winners of the world tournaments and stuff? They have like half their team is legendaries with like a Garchomp.
Someone won with a Smeargle a cheese strat, which was so great.
I believe it. Smeargle's broken. Its
Yeah.
stats are terrible. It is so broken.
Like they ran like a power trip Smeargle with Shell Smash,
Oh,
and it's just like that sounds so horrifying.
so according to Soul Silver, Gallade can read your mind before you make your move. So he always counters.
Insert Yu-Gi-Oh reference here.
Yes, he is actually a Yu-Gi-Oh character. His mega stat total is 618.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, and all they really did was buff his defense, speed, and attack, which were his lowest. Well, attack being his best stat, and his speed and defense being particularly low.
Hmm.
It pisses me off that he's weak to Fairy. He only had 2 weaknesses before.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a fun story. So back in Heart Gold, I had a Gallade, and, well, anyone does know, there's a tournament thing that you can do where you only can bring one Pokemon, and you have to keep fighting people over and over again, and they're all set to 50.
Yep.
This was my first time ever seeing a Shedinja.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have a Fire-type move, or a Rock-type move, or anything super effective.
Yep.
It destroyed me, because I was just like, what is this? I've never seen this before in my life. And it's funny, because I said the same thing when I saw Ninkata in Black 2.
Uh-huh.
What is this? I've never seen this thing in my life. Little did I know they were related. So, anyways, after that, I look it up, and I'm like, this thing is atrocious. I ended up teaching Fire Punch to my Gallade so that would never happen again.
That's funny.
So, I've had a Gallade or Gardevoir on my team in every single game except Sun and Black 2.
Uh-huh.
And I just got one in Black 2 after, like, I beat the game.
Yep.
This is the first game since Ralts has been released without Ralts being a native, I think.
You might be right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's funny.
Mm.
And there was no, the fandom has a hard-on for Gardevoir.
Yep.
It's actually not okay. Gardevoir is really cool, don't get me wrong. It's just not okay. See. Son of a basket. Okay, so, speaking of me never cursing, really, like, intensely or anything, I, ran into the door, and a box slammed my finger back and then, like, slammed into my chest.
Yep.
And I said, gosh, chicken, mother of gosh. And then everyone in my house heard me and started joking. And my sister, I, like, hear my sister and her friend laughing. And then my other sister and her friend laughing. Yeah, there's 14 teenage-girls in my house right now. Too many. All of them are like 14 and 13. And, well, I didn't think it was funny because I got slammed in the hand and in the chest with a giant box full of stuff. Yep. But apparently, me not cursing is hilarious. Like, for example, in 8th grade, I was playing football, and this kid threw a football at the back of my head, and I said, "What the freak?"
Yep.
At the top of my lungs, intensely angry, and the coach starts dying. Everyone busts out laughing because, like, I don't curse. So they, like, thought that something that would get me to that degree of angry would cause me to slip or something. And then they're like, oh my god, he stuck to it till the end. And the guy who hit me in the back of the head was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. He's just dying because he's like, I thought you were going to curse. I just can't even the fact that you didn't.
I can't.
Yeah. So, yeah, my whole thing against profanity, because sometimes I really do wish I would, like, I could, use it. But, like, I feel like the moment I give in when I'm arguing to saying words like that they've won.
Okay.
Like, I shouldn't have to compromise my moral standings to get a point across, even though I want to call him a hoe and, like, several other different terms.
Uh-huh.
And, backslap them. But, also being a pacifist, there's that. There's multiple reasons I can't just do things. And it takes self-control.
Yeah.
And, well, every time I say I'm a pacifist, people are like, oh, you're just going to die then. And I'm like, in what situation is being a pacifist going to cause my death that I probably already wasn't going to die from? Like, if there is a person shooting up a place, and because I'm a pacifist, I die, that doesn't make any sense. The dude is shooting up the place, I'm probably going to die anyways.
Yeah.
Like, another example, someone gets into a fight with me, if they start punching me, I don't throw a punch back. First of all, in school, I won't get expelled. In public, if I just block my face, right? Just hold up against my face. Because I didn't throw back, his lawyers can't say anything, and I will most likely win that lawsuit.
Yes.
So there is really no situation where I'm going to need to fight unless a knife murderer comes into my house. But if a knife murderer comes into my house, I'm hitting him over the head with a metal chair and running and calling 911. If anyone doesn't know, I have a broken metal chair next to my bed. So I am ready. Shout out to murderers. Don't come into my room.
Yes.
In middle school, I didn't have a metal chair, so I took my dad's metal bat from when he played baseball in high school.
Mm.
So I had a metal bat under my bed. So there was at no point in my life where I wasn't prepared to whack someone over the head with a metal bat if they tried to kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's the fact that I'm also part Jamaican, and not to stereotype, but this is the thing that most island people do. They have machetes, like the big ones that you like chop trees down with. And my grandma has one under her couch. And I told some people that, and like, I'm never going over to your house. And it's like easily accessible because my grandma's a gardener, right? So she needs the machete to like chop the banana tree, right? But
Yep.
it just terrifies people that my grandma's like this 6-foot woman with a machete. Oh, I'm sorry, like 5'11", my bad. So yeah, that's actually my life.
I can't.
Yeah, my life is actually really funny. In hindsight. I cannot guarantee that when I grow up I won't have a machete under my couch too.
Goals.
I cannot guarantee that this will not happen. Let's see. What are some other funny things that happened in my life because of my standings? Oh, there are times when I get so angry that I just like take a deep breath and I'm just like, Lord, give me strength to not choke slam this hoe into the ground and bury them with my bare hands.
Oh dear.
There's also the fact that since I have bad allergies, I cough a lot. And in 7th grade, this is the first time I ever got bronchitis. 8th grade, rather.
Yeah.
I was sitting in class, and I fell to my knees and fell to the ground because I could not breathe, and I was coughing so hard. My friend Laura comes, gently touches me on the shoulder, and says, Xavier, have you been sucking too much dick? I had bronchitis, mind you. And the look I shot her was not daggers, but closer to that of Gate of Babylon. Because I can literally not talk to even remark to her.
That's pretty funny.
No. So yeah, that's an adventure from 8th grade. Or the one time me and my friends got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Again in 8th grade. We were rewatching GX and the original Yu-Gi-Oh! We were so hype, right? Me and two other guys. My friend buys the new starter deck. He brings it to school, right? Everyone calls us nerds and like all sorts of things. Mainly him though, because he's the nerdiest of us. He has glasses. He's shorter. You know, they picked on him because he's like smaller than me and my friend, and they steal his cards, right? And he's like, "Give me back my cards." So they give him back his cards, and he goes through, and he's like, "Someone took my ultra rare cards. I'm the nerd. I'm the nerd." Right? And he's just like, "I'm so done." And it's funny because even though they would call us nerds, the cool kids hung out with me anyways because they think I'm funny.
Yep.
So, like, I'm just like, guys, you can't just be... Which is why they didn't touch my cards. Low key.
Yep.
Which is why they didn't, you know. But I'm just like, how are you going to talk garbage and then steal a man's cards? Like...
That's pretty great.
Yeah, I have lots of stories. Of just stuff that happens around me that you think is bullcrap, but, you know, it's just my life. Like, this is the stuff that comedians tell people, and the people are like, does this really happen? And comedians are like, yeah, my life just sucks. Yeah, I'm like comedians with that. Or this one time, my freshman year in high school, me and Corey, my friend, are sitting eating French fries. And I take like 3 fries from him because I had no lunch. And he's like, yeah, it's okay. Just stop taking my fries. I was like, okay, I only took 3. It's all good. As he's garbage talking me for taking his fries, a seagull poops right on his pants.
Rip.
And he's just like, jaw dropped. And I'm like, oh my god, it wasn't me for once. And he starts choking. Story from 7th grade. Friends, this is how I met Corey. I was playing floor hockey in gym class, and I am a very kind person. At this point in time, I was very professional. This is right before I met you, Alex.
Okay.
So we're playing floor hockey. I go to hit the ball, well, puck, and the stick hits him in the thumb. He's bleeding.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. He takes the puck away from me.
Yep.
And scores. And my team is laughing. Because they're like, that kid is so polite, but he still got the ball taken away from him. So I'm like, I approached him after the game. And I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah. And he looks at his thumb. He's like, oh, I'm bleeding. And I'm just like, yeah, it's kind of why I freaked out. And he's like, it's all good. I scored on you. And so we became friends after that. So fast forward a couple months, I developed a crush on Natalia.
Yep.
And he goes, oh my god, I didn't even realize you were attracted to anything. Nonetheless, a female human being.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I have stories. Do I have any more that I want to tell? Because some of them get low-key really embarrassing. So I'm just like deciding which ones I should really tell. Anything from... Oh, okay. So when I first moved to Land O'Lakes, Florida, anyone doesn't know, Land O'Lakes, Florida is where the Land O'Lakes butter is made. Not really, because Land O'Lakes butter is probably imported from China, for all I know, or made purely of corn, because it's not really butter, because this is the United States. That was low-key shade at like 16 different things wrong with the United States. Anyone doesn't know, Land O'Lakes is right outside of Tampa, and this is where farms are. Hence, Land O'Lakes butter. Okay, there's goats, basically, and goats and cows everywhere. Alright, so my first day of school here. And I'm like, I don't know anyone. I sit down in class, and the first sentence I hear from a student is, "Did your pig win in the county fair?"
Oh boy.
And I turn around, process what has just been said, looked at the white-skinned, blonde-haired, blue-eyes majority, and was like, "Oh, dear Lord."
I can't.
And I'm just like, where has my family dropped me off? Fast forward 2 years to my senior year, which is currently. We get into class. I have a class, which is economics. There's like, low-key, not 4 Caucasian kids in there with like 20 mixed kids. And our teacher, and these Caucasian kids are city boys. So, the teacher goes, "So you guys know the insert name program here." And we all look at him, and he's like, "Oh, I guess you guys aren't country." It was a program for raising cows.
Oh my.
And everyone's just looking at him like, what? We're all seniors here, keep in mind. So we've been here a while.
Yeah.
And we're all like, what? And in that moment, I realized, like, oh my god, other people are in the same boat as me. This isn't normal. Thank you.
I can't.
Yeah, people have been recommending me for many years now that I should, grow up and potentially become a stand-up comedian because
Yep.
I have stuff that I just say, and people find it hilarious, even though it's just things that happen to me. And I'm like, as appealing as that sounds, I don't feel like putting out my dirty laundry like the rest of the comedians do.
Yeah.
But for now, you guys get my stand-up routine. You should be thankful you're listening to Anichat.
Go.
You don't get these stories from normal places. You get it from me. Speaking of bird poop falling on people, I'm on a boat ride. I'm having a nice time. All it takes is for one bird to poop on my favorite swim shirt, and I'm done with the rest of the day.
Sounds about right.
And my dad's like, "Why are you so salty?" And I'm like, points at my shoulder, and my dad's like, "Oh."
Oh dear.
Yeah. I really wish Dueling Network was a thing because we could have live streamed one of our salt-induced duels.
Yes. That would have been so great.
Because
Oh my.
the amount of garbage we talk is hilarious when we play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, Alco knows, because Alco's played with both of us. But when we play, we're like, "That's bullcrap." And then we're like, "No, it's allowed." And we're like, "That's also bullcrap." Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of those games where you just get so salty. But you keep playing because it's so addictive. Regardless of how ridiculous it gets. Like you said, remember our Seto Kaiba Joey duel? That is something we should have recorded.
That was so good, low-key.
The decks were so bad!
It doesn't help that we were using Season 1 rules, but oh my god, it was so bad.
Oh my god, Pegasus, what were you smoking? Keep in mind, Pegasus came up with these rules. These weren't the normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Rules. Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't have rules until Pegasus went, "We need rules for this stupid game." Because there was nothing stopping people from summoning level 8 monsters first turn.
Yep.
And 3 of them, nonetheless.
Yep.
Which is how Kaiba had 3 blue-eyes white dragons on the field. But now you can do that anyway, so it doesn't matter. Battle City, I think that's what it was. Yeah, Battle City is when they introduced the first real rules with tributes and fusions and all that stuff. Because polymerization was actually introduced in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! But they didn't mainstream it until GX.
Yeah.
Because GX is just actually it's pretty much in the same time area that Yu-Gi-Oh is. It's just like I think 10 years later. The G stands for Generation X, the 10th generation of Yu-Gi-Oh, and a generation of Yu-Gi-Oh cards comes out each year. So I'm assuming it's been 10 generations of Yu-Gi-Oh cards,
Uh-huh.
and that's the thing behind the name. And then funny thing about 5Ds is it's supposed to be 5 dragons. There's like 7 dragons by the end of 5Ds.
Oh, dear.
Don't even ask me what Zexal means. And Arc 5, it's just the 5th arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's all it really is. Zexal is the only one I don't understand. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Man, Dueling Network. A third-party company that was not Konami shut it down.
Yep.
There was no reason to shut it down because if Konami had literally just went, we want to buy Dueling Network, and the owners were like, okay, Konami could have used Dueling Network to promote their cards and have advertisements on the side of the games, which we had anyways.
Yes.
And it would have been a really good system, and Konami has the tech to boost the game mechanics.
Yes.
Like, there was so much potential there. There didn't need to be a petition to take it down. Like, this third party, who are you? You're not Konami. Like, and who are you to say that they can't publicize who you are? It's a lawsuit.
Yeah.
It's public. Who are you, third party?
Oh, dear.
Like, watch it. Watch it be like this subsection of Konami, and Konami, being the ignorant jerks that they are, don't even know about it. And they're just like, what's Yu-Gi-Oh? And the third party is like, oh, it's nothing. And like, there's that same third party also tells the heads of Konami Metal Gear Solid doesn't exist either.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Oh, man. Like, because me and my friends, like, everyone loves Dueling Network. Even if the mechanics really suck hard. Because they do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and everyone's like, download DevPro. I'm like, I don't want to download this virus-filled thing that's going to run hard on my computer. That has to have patch updates because there's new cards.
Yeah.
But, real talk, Dueling Network was going in a decline when some foreign guys started DDoSing the site for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, and he acted like he was doing hot crap, like he just hacked the entire site. He was just sending more information than the website could process, so it crashed.
Yes.
Like, I never heard that term before. I knew about hacking, which was like directly getting into a system and, taking control. And then, I look at that and I'm like, you wish you were a hacker.
Yeah.
Like,
DDoSing is not hard.
Like, people do it all the time. Like, there's tons of articles of people doing it, and I'm like, really? That's all you need to do? I mean, sure, I can't tell the difference between a wrench screw and a computer, but that's just me. Which is why I screwed up the installation of Fate Stay Night 6 times, and I gave up. Not only that, but the video that you sent me, low-key got vague at some points, where he's like, you should know what you're doing. And I'm like, no, I really don't. Like, he's like, oh, you do this. And I'm like, okay, I did that. And he, like, skips ahead, and he's like, oh, you do this. And I'm like, but it's not working the way you showed it.
RIP.
That's the problem with tutorials, because depending on your Windows, it changes.
Yeah.
So I ended up just reading some, Choose Your Own Adventure book story, where they just had screenshotted every line.
Yeah.
So it's like every frame, and then, the choices, and like you go here if you want to see that. Actually, it didn't do that. And what it did was it gave you the 3 pictures of each one you could have chosen.
Yep.
And then goes to like one of them, which was probably the good ending, I think.
Yeah.
And then continues. I have it bookmarked. and I
Okay.
think they were doing Unlimited Blade Works because people like Rin.
Yes. Everybody's the thirst for Rin.
I don't actually have a thing for Rin. The picture you sent with the milk cartons was a perfect describer of Rin. Though I don't think Sabers was that big though. Like, she slept with like women up until then.
I
So
can't.
actually, is it really she? Because during the part she was sleeping with women, she was a he.
Merlin, please.
So is it really accurate? He slept with women, she slept with Shiro. There we go. We've gotten all the gender pronouns and offended everyone equally. So, okay, Daniel Tosh is one of my favorite comedians because he's my kind of savage where he just says things, doesn't care. All right, so he did a 9/11 joke, right? And all right, everyone, hold up, strap in to be offended. He goes, "I'm thankful for 9/11 because hear me out. Don't start booing. Put those pitchforks down. They changed how airports worked. Before airports were not of high security, you could get away with doing a lot of things, and you had to walk long distances rather than being escorted, right?
Yep.
He's like, I think having the airport blown up was worth a tower, and the entire crowd boos. He's like, hold up, I meant one tower, not both of them. One. And then, he does in his mocking voice, well, oh, I thought, he meant both towers. I understand now. He's like, well, which tower would he, take down? He's like, I don't know, does it matter? He's like, to my uncle. And he's like, and the entire crowd, like the entire auditorium simultaneously went, ooh. And he's like, great, now everyone's offended. Like, he'll say things that are so sexist, racist, and everything, because he does it on purpose. He's not actually any of those things. And so there's a part where he goes, like, if you've ever said, there's nothing funny about blank, know that I hate you to your core, because there's something funny about everything if the joke is good enough. And there's some people who were staring at him, and he's like, I don't know what tickets you thought you bought to, but I can assure you that this act is not getting softer.
Oh, dear.
So the average Daniel Tosh ticket costs $160. Now, here's why. He gets 1,200 death threats a week. And he says, so he doesn't want people who can afford cheap tickets to come because they're the ones who are more likely to shoot him. He's like, so he gets up, he's like, yeah, coming up here is so fun with 1,200 death threats a week. And he starts doing the dodging blitz dance.
Oh, dear.
I'm just like, Daniel, you are my spirit animal sometimes. So also, he said something that I relate to on a high, like a higher level. He says, so I love the idea of relationships, but I hate being in them because I won't cheat on you. I won't break up with you. So whenever I fall in love, it's like, dang it, there goes 3 years of my life.
Yep.
It's just like, and I'm like, same. He's like, I like it at first, and then I just don't like it after that. And he's like, my dream is that I'll come home late from work one day, open the door, and she's sucking another guy off. Because that gives me the freedom to leave. And the entire crowd starts dying. Because he does the voice with, oh, you're home early. And then he goes like, no, you're not supposed to be doing that. And he pretends to close the door. And he's like, you see, the reason people are laughing is because there are some people out there who are finally like, oh my god, I thought I was alone.
Oh, dear.
He's just so bad. Like, he says the things you just don't say. You're not supposed to say, or you're not supposed to talk about. He was talking about child control, and he's just like, what we should do to solve all global problems, like with resources, is just stop having kids and burn through all the natural resources for the next 70 years, so we all just die.
Same.
He's like, I think China has the right idea. Only kids, because they recently passed that this year. And then boys are more important. That sounds good to me.
Oh dear.
Oh man. So there was one part where he was talking about where he said this, and a feminist went, "There's nothing funny about rape, right?" And he says, "So whenever someone attacks me personally, I just don't defend myself, mainly because I have money." And so an angry father sends him a letter saying, "We'll see how funny it is when your daughter gets raped." And then he goes, "You see, the problem is she'd have to make it past the abortion." And he's like, bang, offended two separate groups right there. And he's like, I love saying stuff like that because me and feminists agree on most issues. But then I make jokes like that and they're torn.
Oh dear.
So yeah, there's a reason Daniel Tosh is one of my favorite comedians. Okay, so my parents have walked in when I'm watching Daniel Tosh do stand-up, and they'll laugh, and then they'll be like, ooh, change that.
That's funny.
Like, my dad, my mom, and my stepdad had all done that to me.
Oh.
So, he said, okay, so there's a part where he goes, so I'm going to say something that's probably going to get a lot of people upset, and it's, your boyfriend will never be more physically attracted to you than the first time you guys had sex. And he says, this is true 100% of the time. Because every time you guys do it, it goes down a notch. And, hold on. I've returned. Anyways, so he's just like, and everyone went, ooh, and he could see the angry women looking at their boyfriends and asking. And he's like, ladies, don't put them on the spot because you know they're going to get angry. And he imitates one of the guys and he's just like, no, I'm pretty sure that guy's queer anyways, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Because it's a common joke that Tosh is super gay, even though he's super straight. Because of how he talks. It's fantastic. Oh, man. So it's time to end the call.
Okay.
Alright, guys. You got a full hour and 40-minute Anichat, which is a rarity lately. Sorry, Kira and Day seem to be falling off the face of the planet more often than none now. I'm sorry that the snipers haven't reached them yet, but this problem will be fixed soon. So with me today, I had Arixu.
Heyo.
And past tense, literally past tense, had British Senpai before she dropped call an hour ago. So this has been Anichat, and I'm trying to think of a way to leave off to offend the most people. Oh yeah. Trevor Noah called Donald Trump Cinnamon Hitler and Hillary Clinton Grandma Nixon.